Hey Brady, I thought of something that was quite unique to us. We are a duo. I know, you're thinking, Mike, how come you didn't figure this out before? But I just figured it out now. We do this thing on YouTube where we talk back and forth, and it's awesome. We are our own super awesome team. And that got me thinking, what other duos are there, at least comic book wise or just anywhere wise, for me as a nerd to understand and to explain. And so there's actually a lot of different duos that are out there. There's Batman and Robin, Superman and Supergirl, Green Arrow, Speedy, Ed and Al Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, Captain America and Bucky, Cyclops and Jean Grey, Obi-Wan and Anakin, Han Solo and Chewie, Lone Ranger and Tonto, and John Constantine and Chaz Kramer. But just because things are a duo doesn't mean they're necessarily good, right? You gotta figure out what duos are good and which ones are bad. So, like, good ones are definitely, like, Superman and Batman. They're just awesome because they're, like, two-man wrecking team who can basically do whatever they want. Ed and Al Elric have this whole, like, brother theme going on, like, almost kind of like a band of brothers kind of deal. Super sick and super awesome. Cap and Bucky also have this kind of, like, band of brothers, but it's with war. It's a whole other kind of scenario, almost like a mentoring figure going on. Cyclops and Jean have that whole romantic area where you're like, oh, they are so in love. But she also likes Logan. But it just totally works out because she will never give up on Scott. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan have that awesome mentoring figure relationship that's going on. And it's super sick when, like, you see them clutch together in battle and try and defeat a foe, and then Qui-Gon ends up dying. I know, it's terrible. But let's not forget Han Solo and Chewbacca. Han and Chewie. Ultimate freedom fighters and just random guys that do random stuff in the galaxy far, far away. It says awesomeness everywhere. And oddly enough, Ren and Stimpy, that was just a funny cartoon. Really messed up, but I think it's good. And then there's, like, these weird duos that happen. Like Batman and Robin. Now, technically, Batman has not just had one Robin, but four of them. There was the whole Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and now we have Damian Wayne. It's just weird. Like, which one do you really like the best? It's kind of up to you. Plus, you know, Dick Grayson became Nightwing, which he's kind of doing his own thing, but every now and then does duos with Batman. It's weird. Also, Green Arrow has a ton of different things that he does with other people. Him and Black Canary hooked up for a long time. They were together. Then you had Green Arrow and Hal Jordan do a series together. And then there's always the Speedy that's there, but there's different Speedies that happen throughout time. It's really awkward. But let's get down to the real brutal ones. The ones that just are not right. It feels wrong to even think of them. Like Lex Luthor and Joker. Really? Like, we have the awesomeness of Batman and the tenseness of Superman, but we don't really need to mix a super serious guy with a guy that has a really sick and twisted sense of humor. It just doesn't work well. Also, Count Dooku and Asajj Ventress. That's just messed up. Like, you got this old man thing with this young girl who's bald thing. It doesn't work out. Why did... No. Then there's Jar Jar and... Jar Jar is just bad on his own. I'm sorry. And here's my biggest pet peeve. Spider-Man and Harry Osborn in that, like, Spider-Man 3 movie that came out, like, way on back. Come on! Did Spider-Man really need to get that much lamer? I'm sorry. It just doesn't work out for me. I can't stand it, and I think it's nasty. And then that also brings another point. There was Venom and Sandman. What? Huh? It just doesn't work out. It's not right. They just have nothing in common other than they both hate Spider-Man. But here's the latest one that I just didn't feel was right. I really felt that Black Widow and Hawkeye, they should not duo together. Like, Captain America and Iron Man, I'll give you that. And when Captain America and Thor kind of do that thing, and well, basically they're a Trinitarian awesomeness. Not gonna lie on that. But just Black Widow and Hawkeye, just no. So really, what do you guys think is good? What ones do you think should have been suggested in this video? What ones do you think were just right that I thought were wrong? And what other wrong ones do you think there are out there? But Brady, I think the more important thing to know is we make an awesome duo. We are pretty much the most legit duo out there. But I'm the Batman of this duo. You can be the Robin, unless you're going to be Nightwing. Then I want to be Nightwing, but you need to be a Robin. Though, I'd like to also be Green Arrow, but only if you're speedy. Because I'm not doing that whole Black Canary thing. Anywho, Brady, catch you later.